Now, President of the National House of Chiefs says the growing political vigilantism and politics of insults are threatening the national peace. Some members of pro-MPP vigilante group Delta Force last Sunday stormed a meeting organized by Old Tafo Member of Parliament Dr. Anthony Akutose, resulting in the damage of plastic chairs. Addressing the House of Chiefs in Kumasi, Togbi Afade says the chiefs are concerned over the unpleasant exchange of words among political leaders. Maxwell Agbagba has been engaging some people on what they make of the vigilante debates.
Paul, do you think NPP has done enough?
Not at all, because these political parties have some kind of dealings before they came to power with these vigilante groups. So in a way they helped them and they made some promises too. So their hands are tied. It will be very difficult for them to, because if you try to control me, I also come out there and expose you the number of evil things you did in order to, achieve that position or to get that position. So it is very difficult for them to keep them in check or to control them, because their hands are tied. Their hands are in their mouth, because if you try to control me also, then something, atrocious will also happen to you. So definitely no. They may try to create an impression outside there that they are putting measures in place, but in actual fact they are not doing it because their hands are tied, and there's absolutely nothing they can do about it. Yes.
That's an interesting one. Before I come to you, Ruth, let me find out from you, Joseph. Joseph, do you think the New Patriotic Party has done enough? Paul is saying that their hands, are actually tied because of, some promises they've made to these people. Do you think that is true?
Yeah, it's true. I think they've done nothing concerning these issues. Look, taking into consideration during their time they've been in power, the lawlessness, Delta Force going to court, just trying to beat judges, some people attacking CEOs of hospitals, and these people have kept blind eye on these issues. They've done nothing about it. But when they come out, they want to create the impression that they care about it. Meanwhile, these people are working for these political parties. Though it's like an Nancy game they want to play with us. Okay. So I don't think they really care. But outside, they want to throw dust on our eyes that they care, but they don't care.
So publicly, they will come and say that, we do not support the activities. They come and condemn them publicly. But in the inner chambers, they are the ones supporting them. They are the ones funding the activities. Yes. Let me find out from Ruth before I come to you, Kwame, whether, you think that assertion is true.
Yeah, I think it's true. I think they are underground and fanning the flame. Then they come out and say, we are trying to combat, we are trying to fight and all that. But seriously, they are not. Because last year, an incident happened and the least they could do was fine them of some of 1,800 cities and tell them to be of good behavior and all that. But if you are really fighting it, then you need to put measures in place. Arrest them, let them feel the pain and all that. Let's Ghanaians see you are trying to do something against it. But seriously, you are not seeing anything. I don't know which, how do you call it, vigilante group now you can say is in prison or something for something they've done. But they've caused a lot of mess around, but they're not doing anything against it. And I believe they are the ones funding it.
Wow. Interesting. Ruth is saying that, the political actors are the one, funding the activities of this, these vigilante groups. She thinks that it's going to continue because the politicians are the ones, behind, them. There are some who have also suggested that because these people know that there are some big powers, behind them, they go around committing these acts with impunity. What do you think of that?
Well, for me, I think lessons have been learned, but nevertheless, the MP government is trying to do their best to curb these activities. And this thing will take time. Okay. It's not a one-day process. And with the initiative of the 1D, 1F, will help curb these activities.
Wow, interesting one you're bringing on board. He thinks that the one district, one factory can actually help, curb the menace of, vigilantism. In fact, I've heard people say that for a lot of the people who are into these activities, a lot of them are unemployed. Yeah. So these are people who want jobs and will do anything to, to get jobs. In fact, if you look at the reasoning behind some of these activities, when you engage the people, they tell you that we do not have jobs. The politicians promised to get us jobs, but they did not deliver on their promises. So that is why we are doing this. Do you think providing jobs, job creation, has any direct bearing on how well we are able to, clamp down on the activities of vigilantism, on how we are able to fight vigilantism?
Exactly, because those were one of the promises that might have been given by the politicians when they were looking for power to those vigilante groups. That we promised to, I'll make you CEO of this, I'll make you chairperson of that board and all that. So it is, in a way, it is part of it. It is one of the reasons why the vigilante groups are not at peace, and they are trying to create chaos and all that. So I think that creating jobs for them is also one factor why they are doing that. So it's part of it, yes.
Well, let me find out from Ruth. I don't know. I saw. I mean, you put up a shocked face when he said employment, one district, one factory, to curb political vigilantism. I don't know what you make of that suggestion, Ruth.
No, but seriously, where are the factories? You talk of one district, one factory. Where are the factories? Oh well, okay. Let's not argue about that here.
Do you think job creation will be the solution?
I don't think so, because if they wanted jobs, those monies they used to fund them when they were coming into power could have been used to set them up with businesses, like create businesses for them and all that. But right now they are here, and it's not about jobs. I'm sure most of those people, normally it's people from the grassroots though, but I'm sure they have something little doing and all that. It's not about jobs, seriously. If it's about jobs, by now the government should be able to set them up, but it's not about jobs. Wow. They have a mission.
They have a mission and they want to accomplish, that mission. She thinks it's not about jobs.
Yeah, it's not about jobs.
What is it about?
It's about their mindset. These political parties are telling them to do this, to cause distractions, to cause a lot. So sometimes political parties will tell them, go and do this. That's why when things happen, political parties are not able to say anything because they know what they've told them to do. It's not about jobs. A decorated monkey is still a monkey. You can give the person a job to do, but still, if the person wants to cause chaos, he'll do it. And besides, what at all can these vigilante groups can do? If you want a job, just apply. There's nothing like free employment or something else in every country. So if you want a job, just apply or look for a job. That's the best thing to do, not to do political vigilantism to cause distraction. I don't think that's the best.
Well, there are some who think that political vigilantism is as a result of people or political parties losing confidence in the security agencies that we have. So you have the NPP in power now. So the National Democratic Congress will think that because NPP is in power, they'll do everything to favor these groups. So we also need a group that would defend our cause, that would protect us in situations where the relevant state security agencies are not able to provide that security. If you speak to this political parties, sometimes these are some of the things that they say. Do you think it's as a result of people losing confidence in the state security apparatus?
Well, of course, I think, because if you look around you, most of I think, of course, it's based on our security instability we have in this country. But as I keep saying, nevertheless, the government is trying to put things in place to, make our security institution more stronger, more effective. So I think to have patience and see what this government do for us.
Okay. Ruth, you want harsher punishment. You think that the kind of punishment that we are giving to the corporates are not really deterring, them enough. So it's like, yes, something small, just a fine, and just a fine, so they go about, they are fine with their normal, duties. You want harsher punishment?
Yeah, I do. I really want, because we are talking about the stability of our nation here is at stake. Our democracy is at stake, and our peace, everything. Ghana is considered as one of the most peaceful countries. So if we allow these people to storm up and mess everything up, it won't paint a good picture of us. So I think they should give them more harsher punishments. They should go to prison for those things. And I'm sure there are, how do you call it, laws or whatever that depicts or dictates what should be done to those people who distort the democracy in the country. So they should go out according to the law and punish them and make sure they pay for whatever they are doing to the country. It's becoming unbecoming, seriously.
It's becoming unbecoming, and they want them to pay, the price. Final words, Paul.
Well, I think that politicians or political actors should, exhibit good behavior. they should try, because what they make it seem is now in this country is that now if you are not corrupt, you will not survive. That's the only thing we are being to in this country. You need to come what, but you have to be
survival of the fittest based on corruption.
You have to be corrupt before you survive. If you don't want to be corrupt, then go elsewhere. That's what they are telling us. So that is the result of all these things. And it appears that fines and then bonds of good behavior are not punitive enough to those corporates. So something more, it all boils down to the fact that they have made promises to them and they had gone under, behind closed doors, and they have done secret things, what they're not supposed to do, and they have made all sorts of promises to them. So it becomes difficult for them to control. So politicians, should set good examples, should be, exhibit good leadership qualities for the rest of us to also emulate. Other than that, they are turning this whole country into a mess for all of us.
Well, they are turning this country into a mess for all of us. Two key things that I took out of this conversation. That one, they are really, they are political actors behind this, funding the activities of this political vigilante, group. So in public, they'll come out and condemn the activities, but in their inner chambers, they are the ones giving them resources. They are the ones, funding their activities. And also, we should make the laws bite harder. We should punish them, harder to deter others, because this is the democracy that we have. And this conversation, you had Joseph, you also had Kwame, you had Ruth, and then you had Paul. My name is Maxwell Agbagba from Ridge. Over to you in the studio.
Different angles to the developing stories in our country and beyond. Maxwell Agbagba there. Coming up next is business. Stay with us. We've got sports after that.